A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant decision that has stirred both support and outrage, the Supreme Court of the United States has opted not to hear a challenge against the bans on semi-automatic rifles in Maryland, California, and several other states. This ruling maintains the status quo regarding state laws that restrict certain firearms, particularly those considered assault weapons, amidst ongoing debates about gun rights and public safety. Gun rights advocates have long argued that the Second Amendment protects weapons that are commonly used by law-abiding citizens, including the AR-15, a firearm owned by millions across the country. However, the Supreme Court's refusal to take up the case leaves the lower court's ruling intact, which upheld Maryland's ban on these types of firearms. The decision was not unanimous. 3 conservative justices, Clarence Thomas, Samuel A. Alito Jr., and Neil M. Gorsuch, voted in favor of hearing the challenge. Yet, Justice Brett M. Kavanaugh refrained from casting the pivotal 4th vote needed to move forward. Kavanaugh expressed concerns about the lower court's ruling, deeming it questionable, but ultimately sided with the majority in denying the appeal for now. He indicated that the issue surrounding AR-15s and similar firearms is likely to be addressed by the Supreme Court in the near future, possibly within the next term or two. This appeal has been closely monitored since its filing in December, and the outcome suggests a cautious approach by the majority of justices, including Chief Justice John G. Roberts, Jr., regarding the potential overturning of state laws that restrict semi-automatic weapons. The Supreme Court's decision also keeps in place laws in Rhode Island that prohibit the sale and possession of large-capacity magazines, further solidifying the legal landscape surrounding gun control in several states. The challenge to Maryland's ban was initiated by a group of residents who sought to purchase rifles covered by the law, along with a licensed gun dealer and various pro-Second Amendment organizations. They argued that the Second Amendment guarantees their right to own commonly used assault rifles. However, both a federal district court and the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit upheld the law, asserting that firearms like the AR-15 can be banned as they fall outside the protections of the Second Amendment. The Fourth Circuit's ruling emphasized that allowing the argument that commonly used firearms are protected could lead to any dangerous weapon gaining constitutional protection based on popularity. This is a critical moment in the ongoing national conversation about gun rights and regulations, particularly in the wake of mass shootings that have prompted many states to enact stricter gun control measures. Maryland's law, which was established following the tragic shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School in 2012, prohibits the possession, sale, transfer, or purchase of designated assault long guns and copycat weapons. The law specifically identifies 45 firearms that are banned, while still permitting a range of semi-automatic handguns and rifles. The legal battle surrounding these restrictions has intensified since the Supreme Court's June 2022 ruling that expanded the right to bear arms, establishing a new framework for evaluating the constitutionality of gun laws based on historical traditions of firearms regulation. While the court has provided some clarification on this framework, lower courts have struggled to apply it consistently, leading to conflicting decisions regarding long-standing gun laws. As discussions continue about the balance between the right to bear arms and public safety, the Supreme Court's decision to sidestep the challenge to Maryland's assault weapons ban reflects a broader hesitation to directly confront contentious gun control issues. Justice Kavanaugh's statement highlights the complexity of the matter, acknowledging the widespread ownership of AR-15s and the argument that they are in common use by law-abiding citizens, which could imply they should be protected under the Second Amendment. In contrast, Justice Thomas expressed frustration with the court's reluctance to address the constitutionality of laws banning AR-15s, arguing that the right to bear arms should not be treated as a second-class right. Meanwhile, Rhode Island's ban on large-capacity magazines, which was enacted in response to rising concerns over mass shootings, has also been upheld. This law prohibits the possession of magazines that hold more than 10 rounds of ammunition, requiring individuals to either modify their existing magazines or surrender them to law enforcement. The legal challenges against this ban were similarly dismissed by the courts, which found that the restrictions did not significantly burden the self-defense rights of Rhode Island residents. As the Supreme Court continues to navigate the intricacies of gun rights and regulations, the implications of these recent decisions will undoubtedly resonate across the nation, shaping the future of gun control and the interpretation of the Second Amendment in the years to come. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.